Hey guys, my name is Megan and that is Ellie and Ginger, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up your guinea pig's cage. So first I'm going to be talking about what you should use for the actual cage. The minimum cage size for 2 guinea pigs is around 7 square feet. You can just buy a cage that size, or you can also make one using CNC cubes or some other way that you can find. There are so many different ways you can make a guinea pig cage. This is a Midwest habitat. I really recommend it. It is around 7 square feet, so it is the perfect size for 2 guinea pigs. And it was only around $60 on Amazon. Another great thing about this cage is that you can actually buy multiple of them and connect them to make your cage even bigger, which is great because if you are going to have 3 or more guinea pigs, you are definitely going to want a cage that's bigger than this. Now I just want to quickly talk about whether or not you should put your guinea pig's cage on like a desk or on the floor. I've seen a lot of guinea pig owners keep their cages on the floor. I don't, because first, I have a giant dog, and although he's the most sweetest boy in the world, he's still a dog and he's still a predator to them, so you never know what he might try to do. And also, when they're on the floor, everything is just gonna seem so much bigger and scarier to them. So I feel like they would be a lot more comfortable when they are sitting higher up. Now I'm going to talk about what substrate I use in my guinea pig's cage. I use fleece in my guinea pig's cage. I really recommend it because it is a lot less expensive than using loose bedding. And also, it's a lot easier to clean. Some people do sell this like special waterproof fleece that's meant for small animals. I just recommend going to Walmart and grabbing some $4 fleece from the sewing section because it's a lot less expensive, and you can clean this just fine by putting it into the washing machine. Depending on what type of material your cage is, you might need to put some puppy pads underneath the fleece. I used to do this because it just makes it a lot more easier when you're cleaning the cage, but I don't do it anymore because I ran out of them. And also, the type of material my cage is, I don't really need to use them because you can easily wipe the pee off of this material. If you do want to use a loose bedding, I would recommend just using Carefresh. It's made out of paper, so it can't really harm your animal. Now I'm going to talk about their hides. In your cage, you want to have 1 hide per guinea pig. So I have 2 guinea pigs, so I have 2 hides. You don't want to get 1 big hide that all your guinea pigs can fit in together, because although guinea pigs are very social animals, they do need to be alone from time to time. And if they don't have a space where they can be alone, then they're going to get into more arguments. I have this plastic hide, and then I have this fabric hide. There are lots of different hides you can buy at the pet store or on Amazon. Or you can even make one yourself. You can even just use a old food box or a shipping box, something like that. Now I'm going to talk about what kind of toys you should put in your guinea pig cage. You want to have toys inside your guinea pig cage at all times so they don't get bored, and just to keep them entertained. Right now, I have this big tube in their cage that they can crawl through. I also have this little ball toy and this bed. I like to switch out and move around these 3 toys every time after I clean their cage, just so they can be entertained and they don't get bored of playing with the same things over and over again. There are so many different types of toys you can get your guinea pigs. You can get them tubes like this. You can get them ball toys. You can get them wooden chews. Wooden toys that guinea pigs can chew on are really good because since guinea pigs are rodents, their teeth are constantly growing. So that means they need to be constantly chewing on something to keep them down to a good size. Now I'm going to talk about the litter tray. As you can see, I keep a litter tray in the corner. My guinea pigs aren't completely litter trained. They still poop around the cage a lot, but they do use the tray very often, so it does limit the amount of poop that's just lying around the cage by a little bit, which is great because it makes the cage a little bit more easier to spot clean. For the substrate inside the litter tray, I just use paper towels, but you can also use a loose bedding such as Carefresh. Last, I'm going to quickly talk about all the food dishes and water bottles you're going to need to keep inside your cage. So for 2 guinea pigs, you're going to need a water bottle, of course, and then you're also going to need to keep a hay rack in your cage because guinea pigs need hay 24/7. So you're going to need somewhere to store it in. I'm not going to talk about these 2 things too much because I have an entire video talking about how and what I feed my guinea pigs. Last, you're going to need a food dish in your guinea pig's cage to put their pellets and their vegetables in. I don't leave it in their cage when they're not using it though, because that way they can have a little bit more room to run around.